Double-digit thousands.
Hi guys, welcome to my next YouTube video. So today's project, I'm going to be converting this toy Freddy-ish onesie that I have into a Glamrock Freddy costume. So hopefully you enjoy this crazy, rage-inducing, time-consuming, yet ridiculously rewarding journey. So my original goal was to have this project done by Halloween. Obviously that didn't happen, but it was rather convenient because I was able to find some good props and elements that worked quite well with the costume that I have. They were close, but not quite, so they obviously required some modification. Here's a nice photo of the carnage from converting the bracelet armband thingamabobs to look more like the ones that Freddy Fazbear has. As you could see in the previous photo, there were quite a few spikes, and there were 3 rows of them, and they were quite dense. Whereas Freddy's, they're kind of well spaced apart, and there's only 1 row of them, so I did my best to mock and mimic that. Here are your final results of the 2. As you can tell, I had to remove those snaps as well. They were too short for the middle of my arm. I attached them with zip ties of all things, but it seemed to work out in the end. Moving on to the shoulder pads, at first we thought we were going to have to reinforce them with a backing material, so we tried out some milk jugs. And down below the cutout of the milk jug, you can see the shape of the shoulder pad. I just cut that out of some filler foam. Here's a mock-up of the first shoulder pad. It sort of fit the form, and this is where I realized I didn't need any backing. We tried some cookie cutters as well, but it didn't work out, so we just ended up using the foam itself. Now you can see me starting to sew up the first shoulder pad. It's looking pretty good. Shoulder pad 1 complete. Ta-da! I repeated the same process on the other side, and they looked amazing. There was one thing I would have done differently though. Although those stitches, they look really cool on them, I would have turned them inside out so you have a more solid seam. Now that the shoulder pads were complete, it's time to get started on the leg warmers. So I started out by cutting out 2 sheets of fabric to the same size, just like this. I kind of mocked it up from my ankle up to my knees. Right here I'm starting on the first leg warmer by sewing it around the base of the cuff. Next, the leg warmer gets turned inside out and gets stitched together. After the seam is sewn, a piece of elastic gets stitched along the top of the leg warmer. The reason I did this was so that I can move it up and down my leg and get it right to that perfect shape. Me being the independent dummy that I am and not wanting to ask for help, this is just kind of a funny photo of the position I had to be in to get that elastic on those sleeves. So I had to pull it apart with my index finger and my foot. That way I could reach in with my other hand and make the stitch. Here's a picture of what the first finished leg warmer looks like. And then here's both of them completed. And now to get to work on the lightning bolt. So to do this, I sort of mocked it up on a piece of paper and printed it out from my neck to the top of my stomach. Uh-oh, we have a problem. So I had to find a way with the lightning bolt to navigate around the zipper that was right in the middle of the onesie. So the first thing I figured is I would cut the lightning bolt in half and then piece the pieces together and sew them on. This did not end up working as it was too small and intricate. I ended up moving on and just cutting the lightning bolt shape out of the fabric, and then I figured I'd figure out how to fit it to the onesie afterwards. Now that the fabric was cut, it was sort of stretching and trying to bend inwards, so we decided to put a iron-on backing there so it would stay straight. Voila! So my mother actually gets credit for finding the perfect solution for installing the lightning bolt on the onesie. We use these sort of little snaps that sew in. They're really small but really effective. Here's a few photos showing how the snaps went on and the rest of the process of putting the lightning bolt on. last but not least, the few finishing touches. So the band around Freddy's hat is normally red, but Glamrock Freddy, it was the same blue color as a lightning bolt. So I just sort of sewed a little band and then put it on top of there and put it into position. And then two things I missed were the bow tie. I just put a safety pin in the back of it and attached it that way. And then the bracelets, yet again, were attached with the zip tie. And there you go, guys. This ended up so amazing and so much better than I thought it would be. I ended up finishing it on my birthday, which is wonderful, way after Halloween. But hey, it's amazing. I got it done in time for the new FNAF movie and also for the DLC, and I will be happily using it at both. So woohoo, there you go. Thank you guys so much if you made it this far. I congratulate you for making it to the end of the video and following this wonderful journey of creating this costume. Peace out, guys.
Counting double-digit thousands.